Oké, laten we... Laten we zien hoe dit werkt.
Test. Can head Netherlands. Je kan nu de comments horen.
Oh, dat is fucking... Oh, dit is komisch. Dit is fucking komisch. Ah, shit. Ik ga even naar de wc. Jeet. Oké. Okay,
As
that's
he
good.
approached the core, the stone became hysterical. He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out. When Renato came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light. And it was silent. I can't
Yay!
hear you, he sang out. And you didn't answer. Ha, he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory.
No, we are not doing that. We are going to attack it and so bewildered with our massive muscles.
As the Farfarer sailed towards the Nexus, Renato wondered if the core had been created to silence the stone, or even to feed its hunger. Honestly, he didn't care. He felt terrific. And he appreciated the quiet inside his head. The Nexus was in
Da 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 da.
The stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter.
Hoe ziet het er trouwens uit? Het ziet er best goed uit trouwens. Sorry, ik heb een nieuwe quality.
Well, he wasn't worried. He was a warrior. They're supposed to be bloodthirsty.
Wauw, het ziet er bijna beter uit dan op mijn scherm.
Wee!
Ja, dat ziet er best wel badass uit. Dat is wel een beetje lijken. Wacht, we gaan gewoon voor. Oké, ik moet even stoppen, oké. Time to be badass again.
The core, absorbed in the stone, was doing its job perfectly. Renato could feel a little eldritch jolt every time he downed a raven. But then it flowed into the glowing stone the way water flows down a riverbed. It all felt perfectly natural, as if all his life, this was what he had been meant to do.
TTT.
Bernardo had enough power to challenge the Imperial fleet.
Dat is minder grappig dan ik had verwacht.
He would disrupt the enemy community.
Wauw.
Communication lines. Then he would head for the rebel base. From there, the rebellion would launch its final attack.
Whoa. Maak me to okay. Emoji cold sweat.
Renato tore through the last remaining guards at the
Okay,
outpost like
sorry.
hot coffee through snow. There was a fire speaker toad here. He called the council speaker. He knew she would be thrilled. And she was. She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss and a medal to give him. A large, golden medal. Great, said Renato. Let's talk about who else I can kill. Then the fire speaker croaked again.
Hello, Renato,
It said,
if you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
Zenobia. She missed him. She loved him. Once she saw how awesome he'd become, maybe she'd join him.
Oh, ik heb daar een slecht gevoel over, maar we moeten vergaan.
And, well, if she did refuse for some reason, he was no match for him now.
Ah, dat is het ding, ja.
Zenobia was taunting him. No doubt she hoped to lure him into a trap, but it didn't matter, did it? He could fight his way out of any trap. He was invincible. This was gonna be fun.
Ja, dat kan, ja.
So where was this ambush? Renato couldn't wait. At Sword Fu school, she'd always studied a little harder, practiced a little longer, complained really a lot less. And then she'd become a sorceress. He'd always known he'd have to take her by surprise or not at all. But this would be a surprise indeed. Here, fishy!
Bo, 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 bo.
It's not personal, but lost me terrible.
Wow. Oh, gene energy. Wow. Dank u wel. Doe dat, doe dat. Dank u wel, dank u wel. Oh ja hoor. Oh. Dang. Me very good today.
The mountain paths were infested with ravens. That was swell. Every time he cut one down, the stone glowed a little brighter. In fact, everything glowed a little brighter. Look how white the snow was. And how very blue the raven blood was. Seriously, where was she? He wanted to try his new strength against hers.
So... Nee, oké, I did a bit backward. Nee. Je kunt wat in de comments zetten en dat wordt dan gezegd door een robot. Dat als een nieuwe feature dat ik probeer. Ik weet niet hoe het gaat werken, maar ja. Ik ken deze map bijna uit mijn hoofd.
Renato felt antsy. He'd found a source of great power. But instead of joining with the rebels, he was on a fool's errand the Emperor's daughter had sent him on. The rebels were preparing a last-ditch attack against the Imperial fleet, counting on Renato to show up in time. Would he be too late? At the end of the path was Zenobia. I thought you were going to ambush me, he said, a little put out. I owe you better than that. I know how you feel about me, love. You want to
Godverdamme.
join up with me, don't you? You got to admit, we'd make a great team. Of all the arrogant, ham-handed, half-assed, half-witted... Oh, come on. What else are you here for? That, she said, as a dropship poured a bucket of green liquid on his head. Drowsy gas. You can't stop me with drowsy gas, Zenobia. My power's too strong. Zenobia? Where was she? When he awoke, he was staring up at the sky. Zenobia looked down at him, frowning.
I probably ought to kill you, but that'd be a bit tawdry, wouldn't it?
She was tossing the glowing stone from paw to paw.
This is pretty.
Zenobia! He shouted, and then he fell back into sleep.
Oh
On the
nee.
Farfarer, Renato drank his favorite headache remedy. But it did no good. Zenobia had beaten him again. Oh, he really should have listened to the Iblastone in the first place instead of messing around with the core. He had a bad feeling about the upcoming fight. But what kind of hero misses the final battle?
An arrogant one. But this is a pretty interesting one.
Renato was bruised and tired. He wasn't looking forward to killing ravens. Didn't even seem scary. It felt like a chore, like sweeping the practice room at swordfu school.
Het voelt alsof hij automatisch naar beneden kijkt, wat hij normaal niet doet.
With the glowing Iblastone. That should terrify him, shouldn't it? But he just felt dumb and stupid as he carved his way towards probable doom.
Ik vraag me af, stop Zenobia.
The portal was heavily guarded. It must go someplace they really didn't want it to go.
Ik hield hem voor. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. Wait, hoe ver kon het nou komen?
Can you guys actually tear each other apart? Because I'm thinking...
Fuck off. No. Shit. Oké, ik... Wow, ik ben echt nu letterlijk hem aan het nadoen nu. Van, oh, ik voel me echt heel slecht. Ik was zo goed bezig. Oh, hi. On your mask.
It was all so unfair. He'd wanted to protect himself, protect the world from the Iblastone's hunger for blood and souls. And all he'd done is get mugged. Next time he owned a supernatural artifact that wanted tribute, he'd serve it champagne and caviar.
What? 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 What the? Weer de planken. Ik vraag me echt af wat die planken voor zijn. Maar eigenlijk ook weer niet. Final battle boys, let's go. Hier moet ik mijn Wombo combo hebben. What? What? Zag je dit? Wat was die glitch? Holy fuck, ik krijg in één keer 50. Dat was fucking amazing. Holy. Hoeveel kreeg ik daar ook echt de... Waarom krijg ik daar niet deze XP voor? Dang it. Oké, laten we zien.
Zenobia was cleaning blood off her sword and weeping.
Huh?
It's so hungry.
Nee, ik wist dat dat zou doen.
She said, but I fed it the core of the Sky Ripper, and now he's hungry again. She wept. It was true. The Iblis stone was black again. A void that seemed to suck all the light out of the sky. Take it from me, Renato. While you still can. Okay. I'll take it, he said. Yes, he thought. This is what it means to be a hero. To save the soul of
Nee,
the
wacht, ze gaat hem killen, hè?
all was lost. He stepped forward to accept the sword from her outstretched hand. She flipped the sword, and the blade went into his gut. As the Iblis stone sucked his soul into its infinite darkness, he could vaguely hear a voice, something like Zenobia's chuckle. Sucker.
Zo. Oké, gelukkig. Jesus. A hero fights until the end, even when he's humiliated. The fuck's ook gemukt. We got mugged. That is scary looking. Hier heb je zoiets van, oh. Oké. We gaan... Ja, we gaan nu voor hem. Maar in plaats van naar scientist te gaan, gaan we naar een camp toe. Dus we gaan iets andere dingen doen. Rapino. Deze eindelijk nog heel kut om te tekenen. Dit was eentje waar ik dacht, mijn hart doet pijn, maar op een manier van dat je wilt huilen en die andere is gewoon boosheid en
It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
You always die. You just always.
Renato knew that using it could be
It's so painful to see the Bruno er zo dood gaan.
Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also,
Waifu.
his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion.
Waifu.
And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Zo voor Lapino.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause. And maybe Renato could use that somehow. Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. Lapino's frantic message said that the Ravens were going to kill him for being a rebel spy. And that he had a clever plan. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lapino had told him over the far speaker anyway. Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens? People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Reynardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Ravens caw about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice.
Eén, 3, 5, 6, 9, hel 13. Moet er nog 13 level. We moeten 13 keer level opgaan. 13 keer, dat is meer dan de aantal fucking. Dat is meer dan bij.
There were woodcuts of amazingly beautiful vixens wearing no clothes at all. And something more useful.
Er is serieus meer level die wij moeten halen dan endings. Hopelijk gaan we echt veel endings krijgen met level ups, want die zijn te krijgen. Alleen zijn ze blijkbaar heel zeldzaam wat erg fucking annoying is. Want ik weet niet meer hoeveel we moeten is van 9, 8 of zo. Het gaat nu lekker, het gaat nu lekker.
Lapino would betray him. But now Reynardo knew that. What would Lapino do if he knew that Lapino was going to betray him? Well, he'd concoct some crazy scheme, wouldn't he? Use Lapino's betrayal against him and it would blow up in his face. Yeah. Maybe he was overthinking this. Well, that would be a first.
Hello.
Dirty and bloody, Reynardo finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Reynardo recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The Ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows.
No.
That's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who happened to also be a deadly sorcerer, and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. And it would be nice to see her. He'd always had a soft spot for her. And he felt sure she had one for him. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Ja, dan moeten we dat doen. Dat is mijn stomme ding.
The transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lupino's life. But even its core, the eye from a god.
Dan moeten we niet naar een scientist toe gaan, we moeten naar een camp toe gaan.
The Sky Ripper? Lupino's excited. That's an actual thing that we could just go and get. You've been busy. He sure had. Bernardo told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend.
Yeah.
True, the core was capable of terrible, uncontrollable destruction. But this time, he was sure it would work great. It's beautiful here, thought Reynardo. It was nice to be back with his old war buddy. All right. Lupino was a traitor. But still, he was good company.
I have a bad feeling about this. Bam, bam, bam.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. Don't go away. Reynardo felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects and birds, but he didn't have the raven. Reynardo smelled sick animals and dying. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Reynardo thought.
Ja, dat weet ik.
Right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
Ja, het gaat ook wel slecht gevoel over zijn.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Reynardo felt queasy, like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Reynardo ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Reynardo ached to be rid of it. Tell you what, said Lupino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost.
Oh, fuck.
The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node.
We gaan het er echt aan hem geven.
And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Reynardo. But what if Lupino lost the core to the Empire? That could be a good thing, couldn't it? Was Reynardo ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
Oh, deze gaat pijn doen. Oh, oké.
Trust me, Reynardo, you won't regret this. I'll treat the core like it was my own baby daughter. As the Farfarer dived towards the Nexus, Lupino was jumping up and down with excitement. Stop rabbiting around, Reynardo said. Lupino just stared at him. The moment the ship landed, Lupino leapt off the ship.
Oh, we zijn echt fucked. Want de Empire gaat dat 100% nu hebben.
As Lupino vanished into the wilds of the Nexus, Reynardo vaguely remembered Lupino had a baby daughter, didn't he? And he told her mother he was going out to get some Easter eggs, and he'd never come back. But Reynardo was relieved not to carry the core anymore. He was already feeling better. And who knows, maybe this time Lupino would get it right. And if Renato could take the outpost, he'd have access to all the Empire's communications in this sector. Right?
Nee, hij kijkt altijd gewoon heel erg down. Ah, fuck. Maar we krijgen weer een skill point, dus we gaan... Blokken doen nu heel veel damage. Look at that damage. We moeten elke keer 30.000 hebben, dat is mooi.
He couldn't feel the poison in his system anymore.
Dat is mooi.
He'd let the armature slip out of his hands to save his friend Lupino. Of course he had to let Lupino take the core. The rebellion needed every man doing his duty. And the rabbit would be no good taking on an Imperial outpost, right?
Maar dit is echt fucking nutteloos. Ik heb wel het gevoel dat het altijd kort is. Deze route altijd.
Renato took the outpost with a song in his heart. Soon, he was stuffing his sack with key messages from and to the fleet. Then the far speaker toad chortled a new message. The observatory had been sacked by ravens. Lupino and all the scientists had been taken to the mountains. Why? Why had he trusted Lupino again? And now the Empire had the core. Renato hailed the rebel base to warn them. But their far speaker didn't crouch back. Was the base under attack too?
Ah, oké. Nou, we gaan hier rollen. Dan gaan we zeggen dat oneven wordt de eerste keuze. Dus rescuing again. Een oneven. Nou, juist even wordt dan de tweede optie. 12. A.k.a. Fuck you, Lupino. Lupino.
Lupino would have to wait. The core would have to wait. Renato had a very bad feeling that something was going terribly wrong at the rebel base. Its location was secret, but secrets can be discovered.
Oké. Hierna doen we weer een stone ending.
There were Imperials everywhere in the ruins, and dead civilians. The ravens were killing everything in sight. Renato was relieved to see no rebels among the dead. Maybe the secret base was still secret, but there were huge burn marks on buildings. What monstrous weapon was the Empire using here? The core had great power. Had they harnessed it somehow, even though they didn't have the armature?
Omdat hebben ze juist de armature.
Renato wondered how much Hypatia had known about the book she protected. Enough to tell her son to protect it. Enough to tell Renato to protect her son. He'd let her down there.
Voor mij is het zo lang geleden, ik kan niet eens herinneren. Dat vind ik wel weer jammer. Ik kan echt zo little fucking herinneren van die boek.
The comments seem to be sad.
Ja, dat zijn ze ook, ja. Maar hey, ik heb er lol van gehad.
Even if Renato could rescue the secret base, then what? Without the Sky River, they'd still lose the final battle.
Maar zoals je kon horen, als jij wat zegt, dan zegt een comment, dan zegt een robot het. Dus dat is best geinig, ik heb er daarvan genoten, oké? Don't judge.
Boobies.
Godsamme, dat is ook dom. Comment. Nee, ga maar lekker exploderen. Maar ik kan hem dus ook heel snel zetten. Wacht, nee, ik ga hem wat harder zetten, want ik hoor nog steeds niet echt goed. Ja, dit moet ik wel doen.
Virginia.
Virginia. Oh, dat zijn echt rot mensen. Nee, wacht, deze part, nee. Ik kan hem ook heel erg nog langzamer zetten. Wat jij wilt. Virginia. Woepadaboep, woep woep woep. Maar waarom stuur je eigenlijk mij vandaag een Dragon Ball... Waarom ga je harem? Waarom ga je harem gewoon in één keer opschrijven? Wat is het punt van dat?
The ruins were on fire. But the ravens had rigged up the core as some kind of burning ray. They wouldn't need to know the secret location. They were burning everything.
Okay.
It was killing them too. Their black feathers littered the path. You would have to take the core from.
Oh, kan ik zien? Oh, ik dodged hem nog steeds. Wacht wel even, ik ga hem denk ik... ik merk toch dat ik... Slormel? Wat doe je eens? Oh. Dat zegt gewoon dat ding in mijn oor. Dat is fucking dom daarop te zeggen.
Ik was dat je de game niet had woegoen I it's random doen.
Fair. So Jesus. No. Oh nee, ik ga hem zelfs exploderen. Oh nee, oh, wat dat denk ik toch nog steeds. Fuck you. Still feels badass. En het is denk ik trouwens handiger als je Engels comment. Dan zegt hij niet... Dan zegt hij niet hele domme dingen. Maar hentai, ja, dat kent het blijkbaar wel. Het is dus een ding van echt cultuur. Haha, dat kunnen we niet zien. Wat een bitches.
The rebel base seemed quiet.
Geniet jij van je vakantie?
Also, it seemed to be burning.
Auw. Waifu. Oh, het blokt maar wat. Maar het werkt. Hoe? Oh, het is een vuurvlam. Het is letterlijk een vuurvlam. Oh god. Nou, dit gaat goed aflopen. Welke hentai vind jij het beste? Of
As the
jullie?
last raven fell, Renato felt worse than he ever had. The core was killing him again. The council members cautiously came out into the smoke. You saved us, croaked the speaker.
Ik kan nog steeds geloven dat het een vrouw
Put
is.
the weaponized core deep in a cavern, she promised, where its poison could harm no one. They would heal him if they could, she said. No, it's a weapon now. We need one. I'll lead the charge.
Maar, wat?
It will kill you, croaked the speaker.
Wat?
I guess it already has, Renato said.
Oeh.
She bobbed her head gravely. When all this is over, she said, we'll name our new capital city for you.
Yay!
He flew towards the Imperial fleet. A myriad ships
AA
in disciplined
Lorlik en
formation,
Ballen.
waiting for the signal to destroy the rebellion forever. Behind
Nee.
him, the rebels were charging.
Het liefst niet eigenlijk.
They would die. And so
Ik ga
the
liever niet
final
iemands
battle
ballen zakken.
began.
Waarom komt nu in één keer iedereen? Waarom komt nu iedereen in één keer? Ik heb in één keer
Laughing
vrienden.
robot.
Ja.
Everything
Jens Siegen
hurt.
should.
It was unpleasant to fight this way.
Engels werkt het best op dit.
He felt weaker.
Sinds wanneer heb ik fucking oh god.
Got brighter. As if the heat from the burning ravens
Eat
and
us.
buildings only fed its hunger. He wondered where Lapino was. Wasn't he
Oh,
supposed to be
hoe
in
komt het dat in
battle?
één keer? Oké. Ah, boeit niet.
He'd been captured.
Meer zielen, I
His
guess.
mind was smoky now, like the burning fleet.
Ah, jatta. Totomate. Wacht, sinds wanneer ben je de core? Wat? Wanneer is de core? Maar hoe heb ik de core? Wat?
Those sheep were really very well made, weren't they?
Ik ben, wat? Ik ben confused, hoe heb ik de core? Dat is het ding, ah. Ik ben confused. Ik ben heel erg confused.
Eat pussy.
Nou, dat doe ik al. Dat doe ik echt heel erg vaak. En ik ga wel deze pussy eten van...
Once upon a time there was a gay boy called Roar, who ate us and died 5 years later. The end.
Wat? Wat zei? Zei het nou? Wat? Waarom beginnen ze allemaal dood na 5 jaar? Serieus, dat was een terrible joke. Het komt niet eens hier zo. Waarom komt het niet eens hier zo? Het komt niet eens in de hoofdchat. Waarom? A gay boy.
See that meetings. Roar ate us and died fam. Roar ate us and died fam.
Het laat niet eens... Het laat niet eens dat zien dus in de gewone chat. Je moet naar de live chat gaan om dat echt te zien. Dat is fantastisch. Het komt denk ik omdat er allemaal allemaal scheldwoorden in zit, I guess. Maar dat is amazing. Maar wat heb jij met ass? Is dat een soort fetish?
If they were going to name a
Bitch
capital
lasagna.
city after him, well, he
Ja,
just
bitch
wished he had
lasagna.
a better name. Where was Lapino? He missed Lapino's bitter outbursts. Or did he?
If you're re happy and you know it, fat your friends.
Wat? Waarom zou ik mijn vrienden fappen?
Core was a wonderful weapon. It swept fire across the
Hey ha 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 ha.
every heartbeat it grew lighter.
Godverdomme.
But he would die every
Ik ben zo blij dat ik dit heb gevonden.
changing history like the legendary heroes of lore.
Dit gebeurt ook bij serieus iets.
Cause you gay.
Nee, ik ben niet gay. Ik ben lesbisch.
Fappy bird.
Serieus, we gaan op Fappy Bird, really? Fappy Bird, oké, we zijn op die level van comedy.
Okay, sorry.
Geeft niks. Het gaat echt... Ik vind het juist hilarisch. Ik voel me minder eenzaam. Dank u wel, mensen. Dank u wel. Nou, dit wordt een einde. En we gaan hele stomme dingen tegelijk. Waarom?
The Emperor's
Oh ja.
bodyguards were lined up before his ship. Fierce ravens all. And Zenobia. She was conjuring.
Waarom?
He could not take another step. All he could do was fire the core. The ravens, Zenobia, the ship, all burst into flames.
Luigi, this is not the
Disintegrate,
Mushroom Kingdom.
all burst into flames.
Luigi, this is not the
disintegrate,
Mushroom Kingdom.
blew away. So they had one, after all. The core grew
Vegeta,
brighter.
hanging out
He
with little
shielded his
boys in
eyes, but he could
spandex,
still
I
see
see.
it through his sleeves and through the flesh of his arm. And then he felt heat as the fire grew to consume both fleets.
Wat?
And then he felt nothing.
Wat? Wat een kut... Wat? Vind ik... Oh, goes down in a blaze of glory. Wat was die... Again, dat was niet eens een plantje dat het is. Wat gebeurde er?
I love you, vagina, but you can't just do that, come on.
I think I'm not them. Oké, dat is kut. We zijn in ieder geval bijna. Continue. Die mogen de optie dan deze keer kiezen welke route we gaan nemen.
On stream, bitch.
Ja, het is jullie stream. Zeker. Zeker. Zeker.
Clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
Kies maar welke van de drie straks.
The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt
Route
its
1,
user
2.
into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it.
2. Okay.
Take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed that to his advantage.
Daddy is still in. Furry. Daddy Stalin.
Maar kies maar even een van de drie routes. Laten we tenminste één keer een functionele chat hebben.
One.
Oké.
Father Stellini.
Stellini. One, oké.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the
One.
cause. And maybe
One?
Renato could use that somehow.
One. I am the one I'm on.
Ah, Lapino.
What is 3?
Apparently the mad rabbit sold Pegasus that he
drie.
didn't exactly own.
3 is een stone dat je dan krijgt en dan dat neemt eigenlijk dat is eigenlijk een stone waarbij je eigenlijk gewoon veel van killen is goed, ja ik wil meer killen en dan kill je eigenlijk gewoon alles en dan neemt het jou over. That is very cursed. It's very cursed. You have to kill waifu in one of the endings. It's not very nice. Sterker nog, we hebben alleen maar waifu in de stone. So it's not very nice. But it's a very good route. Ik zou zeggen dat dat mijn favoriete route is. Rapino, this one. Makes me very angry because Rapino sucks my ass off every single day. Motherfucker. Oh no, Rapino, oh no. We have to get something like 7 endings. And then we are done with endings. I am very happy to say that.
The ravens had taken the town.
I think my accent is very thick.
Seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret
What
ritual.
do you like accent?
Bernardo hoped
I
that
like
people were just
accent.
hiding.
Should I continue accent? I think I should continue accent. For glory, father. I have to do this for Papa Stalin. Suka Leyatta. Ohio. Oh, ever. I have looked in motherfucker. Fortnite best game. Father. Haha, no you
At the
did.
end of the cemetery. Bernardo wanted badly to confront him for his treachery.
Hentai, hentai,
What good
hentai,
would that do
hentai.
him?
Yeah, that is very good choice. What is your favorite hentai? Leave a comment down below. My favorite hentai is To Love Rule. It's very good hentai, nice boobies. Gewoon mijn vader en moeder me niet horen.
Ani-I-chan.
Lapino
But stop.
would betray him. But now Bernardo knew that. Lapino did
But I thought you'd like man boobs.
betray him.
Man boobs not your favorite? Oh, you disappoint me. You're not very good at Oni-chan, very good choice. But Onesama is better. Sorry, Oni-chan is the best.
Dirty and bloody, Bernardo finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his
Wat is dit aan het worden?
Bernardo recognized the car.
Ik kan me voorstellen dat je hier gewoon hebben gedacht, hey, Daan is aan het streamen, laten we naar zijn stream toe gaan.
I am.
En nu in één keer denk je, oh, kut voice stemmen, laten we dan de hele tijd pedofilie, laten we
Harumi
dit...
is best.
So we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now,
Waarom denk je dat het denken rompa is?
Zenobia. We capture Zenobia.
Is dat denken rompa?
Find out what she knows. And that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Ik ben niet goed in namen, please beschrijf haar. Dank u wel.
Happened to also be a deadly sorcerer and his
We
only
moeten de
daughter.
core nemen, want we hebben haar al heel alle endings.
And it would be nice to see her.
Maar wie is
He always had
Naomi?
a soft spot for her. And he felt sure she had one for him. He could still get to the core of the Sky River, even if he couldn't get the whole thing.
Ne
That's
Karakuri
a great
Circus.
power.
Oh ja, ik weet totaal niet wat dat is.
It's a dude.
Oh. Mag ik haar dickpic
My
zien?
favorite is Corpse Party.
The transcendent emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god.
Best hentai.
Bernardo had already
Anime.
let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life.
Dat is toch hetzelfde?
Core, the eye torn from a god. Surely they could fashion a great weapon from that. The core of the Sky Ripper?
Helaas weet ik toch niet alle anime's, want jullie kennen ook niet de anime die ik heel leuk vind.
Just go and get. You've been busy. You sure?
Je kent alleen maar Neptunia.
Bernardo told
Voor
him
mij
all
een
the
favoriete,
things
denk
leading
ik.
up to. Soon they got to talking about old times.
Wat ik bedoel,
But
Erased
wages
ken je
that
vast
one
niet.
god, scrapes they'd barely got out of.
Ken je
It
niet.
was good to be
Waarom
back
zijn
in
ik
Lucifer.
recreators? Ken je ook niet.
The core was
Neptunia
capable
heeft wel
of
goede
terrible,
endtijd trouwens. Echt hele goede
uncontrollable
endtijd. Oeh.
But this time, he was sure it would work great.
Maar wie vind je...
Keon.
Keon, ja. Keon is wel... Je kent wel Keon, toch? Het is een goed meisje die cake zit te eten.
Bernardo. It was nice
Een
to be back
gitaar.
with his old war buddy. All right.
Maar we bad bidding about this. Ha, Star Wars.
Still, it was good company.
Maar wat vind je beter? Een Onation of een Onesama?
Ja.
Goed, je kent Keon, maar wat is beter? Onesama of Onechan? Ik ga namelijk hier judge op je keuze.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long
Grote
time.
zus of kleine zus? Dat is de
Get
vraag.
out of the Raven Room, talking to her son.
What the fuck doet de Raven?
Don't call. Get it? Call? I just made that up.
Kan ik...
Family Guy best anime?
Dat is niet de antwoord op mijn vraag. Family Guy is geen anime. Jij vindt Onechan beter. Waarom vind je Onechan beter? Ik wil graag weten, waarom vind je Onechan beter?
Wrong. All over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals.
Waarom vind je Onechan beter?
Quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds. He didn't have the ravens. There are such sick animals, dying ones. No help. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Not at all. Maybe Lapina was right.
Hentai.
Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia.
Wacht. Hold op. Jij vindt Onechan beter in hentai. Ben je een lolicon? Want Onechans kunnen beter zijn. Maar niet door hentai. Dat komt gewoon omdat zij kawaii zijn. Voor hentai is Onesama's zijn beter. Want zij hebben de big oppies. En ik wil wel de oppies kunnen voelen. Dus... waarom is hentai goed door Onechans?
Ja.
Ik wil niet weten wat jij met je kleine zus zou willen doen, laat ik het zo zeggen.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Renato
Ik
felt
judge jou.
queasy. Like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye
Dollar
of the
material,
god.
yes.
How could he use
In het echte
it?
leven zou ik ook graag...
Goku best hentai character.
Boku no Hero Academia is slechte anime, dank u wel. Dus hij... En ja, de anime-industrie heeft hem al iets van 3 keer op rij beste main character genoemd in hentai.
Wat?
Maar hij is nog steeds shit. Ja, ik zeg het. Boku no Hero Academia is slecht.
Goku is best anime.
Hij is een... Nee, je zei net dat hij beste hentai was. Het is gewoon een stomme haremshow. Het is gewoon een slechte haremshow. Fairy Tail is beter, laat ik het zo zeggen. Het is zoveel beter dan Hero Academia. En Hero Academia is fucking overhyped. Want het is gewoon een generic show. En mensen zeggen dat het eerste seizoen slecht, wat minder goed is dan de rest. Maar dat je gewoon moet door gaan kijken, want het wordt wel goed. Maar zo werkt het niet. Je moet het gewoon altijd goed zijn. Je moet niet zo van, oh, de eerste seizoen is fucking torture, maar de rest is goed. That makes no sense.
The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Renato ached to get away from
En jullie
it.
mogen dan
He
straks weer een
brought
keuze
all
maken.
into the Farfarer. But honestly, Renato ached to be rid of it. Tell you what, said Lapino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost.
Jullie mogen een keuzetje maken. Het wordt deze of de andere. Maak uw keuzes. Haal de moeders erbij.
Maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Renato. But what if Lapino lost the core to the Empire? That could be a good thing, couldn't it? Was Renato ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
Welke wordt het, jongens? Of meiden? Whatever your gender might be. Toch, robot? Eén of twee?
Two.
Ik wacht even een paar secondes. Om te kijken of Silver gaat antwoorden. En... Nee, geen antwoord van hem, dus we gaan naar 2.
Trust me, Renato, You won't regret this. I'll treat the core like it was my own baby daughter. As the Farfarer dived
Ah,
towards
fuck.
the Nexus, Lapino was jumping
Maar
up and
ik heb
down
altijd het gevoel als we dit doen dat het...
Stop rabbiting around,
Ja,
said.
te laat... Nee.
Lapino just stared at him. The moment the ship landed, Lapino leapt off the ship.
Hey, 96. We gaan bijna 96, jongens. We zijn bijna bij 96. Nog maar 3 te gaan. Nee, 69 bedoel ik. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Vanished into the wilds of the Nexus. Renato vaguely remembered Lapino had a baby daughter, didn't he? And he told her mother he was going out to get some Easter eggs, and he'd never come back.
Oh, for fuck.
Renato was relieved not to carry the core.
De kutvader.
He was already feeling better. And who knows, maybe this time Lapino would get it right.
Ja, deze
Renato would
keer.
take the outpost, he'd have access to all the Empire's communications in the sector, right?
Oof. 2-5.
Nog eentje te gaan.
Oof.
69. Yeah, meme. Nice. Haha. Jokes. We hebben comedy bereikt.
Renato felt ready to become
Level
faster.
up.
Renato
Nou,
caught his
comedy
breath.
en level up.
His joints still hurt, but he couldn't feel the poison in his system anymore. He left the
very
armor to
cool
slip
on
out of his hands to save his
Christmas.
friend Lapino. Of course he had to let Lapino take the
Christmas
core.
time. Oeh, dank u wel,
Every
dank u wel.
man doing his duty.
Oef.
And the rabbit would be no good taking on an imperial
Oeh.
outpost, right?
Of is het foe? Of moe? Laat ik nog meer raar geluiden maken. Ik vraag me altijd af hoe ik daar kom. Oh nee, wacht, ik weet hoe ik daar kom. Oh ja. Never mind. Ik vind deze route wel leuk omdat ik dan geen stomme puzzel hoef te doen trouwens. Dus dank u wel. Haja, 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 haja,
Page
haja.
extracts to rug.
Oké.
Renato took the
Ik kijk
outpost
straks
with a
terug.
song in his heart.
Ik kijk jou ook straks terug.
He was stuffing his sack with key messages from and to the fleet. Then the far speaker toad chortled a new message. The observatory had been sacked by ravens. Lapino
Fuck.
and all the scientists had been taken to the mountains. Why? Why had he trusted Lapino again? And now the Empire had the
Vanwege fucking
Renato hailed
comments.
the rebel base to warn them. But their far speaker didn't vote back.
We moeten die bovenste nemen, dus je mag niet kiezen. Fuck jou.
Who knew what was going on at the base? But he knew what the Ravens would do to Lapino if Renato didn't rescue him fast. Well, actually he wasn't exactly sure. It kind of depended on whether Lapino was a traitor or not.
Ja.
Renato just couldn't bring himself to believe that. What are all friends for, if not to need rescuing every few days?
Of een paar keer meer. We hebben bijna die hele ding af. We hebben nog maar eentje hierna bij deze soort path.
Renato felt a twinge of doubt. Should he have gone to the base? No. Logically, wherever they'd taken Lapino was probably where they took the core, right? Oh, why couldn't Lapino have just for once not got himself captured? Was that too much to ask? He shouldn't be too hard on the rabbit. No, he meant well, and he was insanely brave. That's with my eye. Come over here.
Huh? Wat? 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 Oh. Wat? The fuck? Ik vind zoveel glitches elke keer als ik dit speel.
Where were they holding Lapino anyway? There was no sign of him or the ravens who'd captured him. Just rocks and snow and the usual scouts. No sign of the core either. Was this a wild rabbit chase? Oh, trust Lapino to screw up even getting captured. But what was this rebellion for anyway? Lapino was useless. But he was a friend. If friends didn't matter anymore, what was the point of winning this war?
Come on.
Fair.
One fox, no waiting.
In 2. Nee, dat was juist goed. Dat is goed. Toch? Nee, we gaan hier naar de cording doen. I make the rules, bitch. Maar ik ben lekker effectief bezig naar mijn gevoel. Ik ben alleen bang dat ik zo meteen een level up ding ga krijgen, maar eigenlijk is dat oké. Ik kijk er echt niet uit naar de hoeveelheid fucking... Oké, zo ja.
Men.
Dit gebeurt als je dus niet kan zien wat je typt.
Men.
Hij autocorrect, fuck's sake.
This chest had teaspoons stolen from every inn in Boreas. Oh, and something more useful.
Nee, juist niet.
The rebellion would soon be engaging the Imperial fleet in a desperate battle. All Reynardo had done was save a friend. It didn't feel as good as he hoped.
What?
At the end of the mountain path, Reynardo came to a clearing. There was a campfire, raven feathers, and... oh, Lupino's lucky deck of cards. Well, that wasn't good. Reynardo hoped Lupino would not try to cheat his captors at cards. Ravens were much better than weasels at counting, and they had a very poor sense of humor. Then, he saw what he had hoped never to see. Fresh scraps of rabbit fur. Ragged, bloody, ravens would eat anything.
By Grabthar's hammer!
Reynardo screamed.
Nee, hij geëist levend.
We'll avenge you!
The rebels had assembled their fleet. Ahead, clouds
True
of
friend.
Imperial ships. If he could reach the Emperor before the rest of the rebels did, maybe he could settle this without too much bloodshed. He set sail, and the Farfarer shot forward.
Ah, dit ga ik niet leuk vinden. Dit ga ik niet leuk vinden.
Poor Lupino had never been a great warrior. The mad rabbit was good for a lark and a laugh. And a pint. The thought of ravens eating him made Reynardo furious. The way they were eating up the land. The way the Emperor was eating up the people with his new, bloodthirsty ways. He would make them all pay.
Huh? Sinds wanneer heb ik een skill? Ik voel me dom. Sinds wanneer heb ik een skill point? Ik moet echt zoveel nog gaan. Dit is de ergste.
Right into the middle of the fleet. It was a glaring weakness in the defense. Objective to save his friend. He'd given up the armature, the core, the gem, and even Zenobia. He loved Lupino, he realized. Now the rabbit was gone. A hero looks out for his friends, even when they're gone. He would send Lupino an honor guard of ravens to serve him in the halls of the Valiant. He would avenge him.
Oeh, de hiccups. Ah, fuck, nee. Dat was zo goed bezig. God dang it. Waarom had hij bij het laatste ding nooit XP zien? Dat is best raar. I don't know. Let's go.
Finally, he reached the Emperor's ship. And there was Lapino.
No!
Surrounded